If you have a small audience, some of you might feel like you have a non-existent audience, this video is for you. Do you ever feel discouraged about posting content because, well, you post your content to your small audience and you get no reactions and you say, well, why bother? Okay, I'm hoping that this video will shift your mindset and therefore your actions going forward. So let me first tell you a quick story. Years ago, I was very lucky to have gone to a Robin Williams stand-up comedy event. This is obviously when Robin Williams, the great comedian on movies, right? I grew up watching his movies, laughing at them, being so uplifted by them, and I thought, my gosh, he must be so brilliant live as well. And I was lucky that I was living in San Francisco, and I got cheap tickets. It was like $20 or $40 to go and see Robin Williams live. And inside there were like quite a few. There was 250 people, not a lot, not thousands. But what happened was very embarrassing for him, I felt, and therefore embarrassing for me because so many jokes he told that night were so bad and so cringeworthy. And there were many moments of like silence in the audience. And I was like, what in the world is happening? This is Robin Williams. How can he embarrass himself in front of so many people? And then later on, I found out that this is a common thing that comedians do. It's called work in progress gigs, where they test out raw material and see if these jokes that they're writing are landing with the audience. And if not, they take them out of the rotation and they only keep the best jokes for their bigger stand-up specials or their movies. Okay? So this is the same thing that's happening for you and for me, right? Especially if you feel like you have a small audience right now, you are essentially having the opportunity to practice a lot of your raw material while you are still in front of a small audience so that you can notice which of your raw material is landing with people, and then you can take the best of it and share it in front of even more people. So this is what I do, actually. This is what I do myself still. I mean, I probably have a larger audience than most of the people watching this, but I still test my raw material first. And where do I do it? I do it on X, my X account, x.com/GeorgeCow. Twitter, used to be called Twitter, now it's called X. I test my raw material there first, and I usually get 0 likes. I try to be disciplined in doing it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I will post a draft idea on my X account. Like I said, I usually get 0 likes. And then, but once a week, like I do it 5 times a week, and then like 1 out of those 5 a week might get like 2 likes, maybe 3 likes or something. And then I take that one and I refine it just a little bit. And then I post it on my Threads account. Check out my Threads account, threads.net. I think it's threads.net/@GEOKAO, my short username. Similar as my Instagram. Anyway, I do my content in stages. What about you? Do you post content in stages, or do you make the mistake? I think it's a mistake that a lot of content creators make, which is, okay, I have an idea and I'm going to work hard on this idea, and then I'm going to put it out there, not knowing that I have attached my emotional investment to the result that's going to happen or not happen. And therefore, if I get 0 likes or very few likes, I get discouraged. I say, well, why bother? What's the point? Am I ever going to have an audience that actually, make my career viable, make my business successful? I started with 0 also, by the way. I started with some friends, and all of us start with some friends and family, probably a few friends and family who think our content's weird, because we're not like that when we're with them or something. Like, we're actually trying to be an expert, or we're trying to create art. Like, that's not how we are with our friends and family, right? Well, that's how we all start. I started that way. But because I thought about content in these stages of testing, I therefore was willing to be prolific in testing. And then by the way, I haven't continued my flow I just shared with you. I post first on X, test a lot of stuff. I post the best of my X stuff, Twitter stuff, onto Threads. And then I post the best of my Threads stuff onto my blog post, which also goes to Substack, Medium, LinkedIn. You don't have to do so many things. But then I take the best of my blog posts and I shrink them and then post them as short carousel posts on Instagram. Some of you are watching this video on Instagram, you'll notice, hey George, your carousel posts are so good. No, it's only because you're seeing the best of my writings. I'm not that good of a writer. Most of my writing sucks. Most of my ideas suck, probably. But the few that made some impact, I kept refining it until you see it on Instagram with a carousel post. That's my most refined version. That probably still, some of you are like, oh, it's not that great. Well, yeah, exactly. The thing is, it's better than the other stuff. The stuff that, how about you? Again, I'm going to end the video by asking you, what is your flow for content creation? Or are you just posting in one place and hope for the best and get discouraged when it doesn't get a lot of likes? No. You should have at least two platforms, okay? Two places. One where you have a smaller audience and one where you have a bigger audience. The smaller audience platform is where you should be testing your material. And the bigger audience, again, small and big is relative. For you, small might be, well, I've got 25 Facebook friends. I'll test my material there. And then I have 100 Instagram followers. I will, put my best of material, my 100 Instagram followers. Small and big are relative, but I invite you to have two platforms, one small and one bigger, whichever is smaller, bigger, and test your more material on the smaller platform and see if any of them get even one like. Even one like is more than zero, right? It shows that there's some interest. And then the best of the small platform, you put it on the larger one. So I hope this is helpful. While you still have a small audience, appreciate the fact that you don't have to embarrass yourself in front of a lot more people. Because right now, when I post, is it easier for me now today to post content or when I had a small audience? It actually was easier when I had a small audience because now I'm embarrassing myself in front of all these people. Now with a bigger audience, I am embarrassing myself in front of a lot more people all the time. So just appreciate the stage where you're at now. Know that, oh my gosh, with a small audience right now, you should be prolifically testing a lot of material. And then, as you grow, you'll be grateful that you can take the best of your tests and show it in front of more people. So I hope this is helpful. As always, I'm open to your comments and questions below. And let me know if any of this resonates or what part of this resonates. Thank you for joining. I wish you well.